Now the purpose of this video is to talk about the difficulties that go into having a car YouTube channel. And I can say for myself that it can be very difficult at times, but there's also ways and formulas to go through in order to find success in YouTube. Now, one of the very first things that go into starting a car YouTube channel is buying car mods, obviously, because who the hell is going to subscribe to you if you don't have anything done to your car? Let's just be honest, other than maybe just adding parts to go fix or whatever it is. But just think about it. If you're a plumber and you just are fixing sinks, you expect people to subscribe to you? Like, no. You got to do things that are interesting, but also at the same time, too, do things that are going to benefit people and bring people value.
No.
If you're trying to bring entertainment and value to your subscribers, you want to be able to bring new and improved things on your channel, and that starts with getting car mods. But buying mods can actually be very difficult because, let's just be honest, mods get very expensive very quickly. When it comes to rims, side skirts, diffusers, spoilers, seats, and the list can keep going on and on and on. And if you guys do want to see a video based on how much I spent on this car, leave in the comment section down below and we'll plan out a video later in the future. And you also could feel like too, is this gonna be a mod that I wanna keep on the car? Is this something that I'm just doing for the viewers? Is this something I wanna do for myself? So that all comes into play when it comes to building your car. All I gotta say about that is just build what you want to build and just don't build it for anybody else, because the people who are enjoying the process of whatever you're building are gonna wanna see what you have in mind, not what the rest of the world has in mind. Depending on how far you wanna go with your channel can really determine how far and how much success you can get within YouTube. And another thing that goes into buying car mods is things don't always go right the way you planned it. It's not like you can just go on YouTube, watch a 10-minute video and it's supposed to be a 30-minute install, but in reality it ends up taking you 2 hours because you end up fucking something up, or just something is just not coming off right, or you're just not able to get to one part because you don't have that tool. Anything could possibly happen, so you have to really plan out and strategize exactly how you're gonna attack something when it comes to adding any sort of mod on your car. Like, I've had many issues with this one, like for example, the seats on the inside of this car. These brackets just did not fit whatsoever on these seats, and we had to do a lot, and I mean a lot of work in order to make this thing fit and make it sit right. So you gotta wait and plan out the next video because the first video is just not gonna be able to go out on time. And that goes into our next topic as well, and that's gonna be talking about the recording process. Because I'll be honest, and I'm guilty of this for myself, and that's where you just don't feel like recording at all, or you just don't have enough recording footage to be able to add in whatever you need to do in order to make a video happen. The recording process is very important as well because you gotta be able to add the most important footage that you're able to capture within the whole process of whatever you're deciding to do. Like in this video, I'm not gonna be showing the whole 33 minutes or however long it's gonna take of everything I did and all the screw-ups I had happen. I'm gonna chop everything up and give you guys the best highlights of what happened in this video so it keeps everything more entertained and easy flowing. There might be also issues too where you're working in tight spaces on your car and you're having a very difficult time being able to record in some of those spaces, so you have to be able to compromise and talk over or even describe what you're doing so the next person who watches the video will understand what you're trying to do. You'll realize that having two people is a lot better and a lot easier than having one. And one of the most common things that a lot of people struggle with on pretty much any YouTube channel, but especially when you have a car YouTube channel, is figuring out what type of content to be different from everyone else. Because when you're just making content that everyone else does, you gotta be able to make yourself unique and different of what content style you try to do. Like for example with me, I'm the type that talks really fast, if you guys haven't already noticed already.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and I want to start off today's video by saying, as always, thank you guys all so much for watching today's video.
And I also like to be able to describe and talk about things I already have done to the car in a more entertaining and unique way as best as I possibly can.
Really make a huge difference when it comes to turning, and you feel like you have less body roll than you really do.
And there's also types that make it where it's step by step and is very formal. And there's also types where they're spending a whole 10 minutes dicking off and joking around of everything they're doing on the car to keep their videos very entertaining. Which all three of those work very well. You just gotta be able to what fits best for you and not what fits best for the rest of YouTube. And this leads me into my final topic.
Finally!
And that is having a reach on YouTube. And this goes again with any channel, because you gotta be able to reel in a viewer and tell them, hey, I want you to stick around and watch my videos. I want you to turn on the post notifications, which by the way, if you haven't already, that'd be nice if you do so. You want them to subscribe. You want them to keep coming back. You want them to keep sharing your stuff. And what you gotta do in order to make that happen, you gotta be unique and different and not follow what everyone else is doing. Like, I've had a few haters in the comments section where one of them even said, like, this is the first racer Mustang that I've ever seen. Great, and there's gonna be more you're gonna see after that. You can't be taken over and flawed by all the negative comments and also the positive comments as well. Use them with a grain of salt and be able to balance the two out, because if you're just taking one over the other, you're gonna find that YouTube's gonna be very difficult for you to do emotionally. This is also physically difficult as well at times, which it doesn't seem like it on video, but it can be, because you're also, again, spend the time to be able to record the process of whatever you're doing. You gotta spend the editing time, you gotta figure out what music you're gonna add, thumbnails. Also got to jump into what are you going to do to be able to stand out once more with everything else you're going to do on your car. And again, I'm not saying that you're having to build this for anybody else, but you definitely want to be the one that stands out and says, I'm the only one that has this on their whip. And also leave a fat thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed this whole segment. Thank you guys all so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.